putting our strength together. He mentioned something that was very important. You know, as soon as one of us make it, what type of car do we drive?
BMW.
Thank you. A Mercedes, BMW. Who own those cars?
Germans.
Lamar said it. I mean, there's nothing else to be said. He said it. Back to college and to be like any other ordinary Congolese. I want to bring back what I've learned here, right? And being able to do something. So I'm very confident that with everybody's help, we can make Congo and Africa in general a different continent, a different country, and especially bring our expertise to them because they need it. The reality, internet access in Africa is about 12%. 12%. Yeah? That's crazy. You know, every single man here, or woman and man here, have internet access on their phone. Think about it. You have it. Do you know how much it costs in Congo to get internet access? Over $2. When the GDP is about, or what, Congolese make about $1.50 or maybe $2 max per day. You're telling a Congolese person that he needs to pay whatever he makes to get internet access. That's crazy. So we need to be able to help them with that. We need to be able to give them easy access to the internet, allow them to be able to use the internet cleverly, not just as an advertising tool. No, it's a powerful tool. Again, data is the next goal. Your data and the data of the people out there is the next goal. Facebook is fighting for it. Google is fighting for it. Microsoft is fighting for it. What are we doing? Apple is fighting for it. What are we doing? We need to fight for it too. It's our data. They're using it, they're advertising, making money, selling product. Why are we not doing the same? This is how we learn, this is how we get better, so that it can also be great. That's what it's all about. If we can work together, make it happen together, be better together, it's all glory to God. So I thank you so much for your time. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to come and reach out. And I'll be more than happy to discuss. Thank you.
As a person who loves and hates technology, how can you find things?
It was back in the days where computers weren't what we see today. But anyway, I think 16, 17. I always loved computers and loved programming. And I always wanted to learn. And it was so fascinating because it was so strange to me, right? And come to learn and understand it and understand the utility as the tool, I figured that it is good and it's bad as well because we came to use computer as an indispensable tool in our life. And that's the worst thing to do with computers. Your wife would tell me, I don't have Alexa in my house. Why? Because that's the easiest way for people to track you. And I do not want to have that. Once you have a computer, you give away your liberty. That's the reality. I'm a computer guy, I'll tell you. Why? Because everybody wants your data. As simple as that. People want to know what you're doing. Even when you're at home, you think you're free? No, you're not. You want to know what you're doing because that's how they advertise to you. I told my wife all the time, we get conversation where we'll talk about something on my phone, or we'll talk on the phone, and next thing I get advertising about the same thing I'm talking about on the phone. That's the curse of technology. That's the reality of it. Believe it or not, they're tracking what you're saying on your phone. Trust me, I've been to that and I know exactly what algorithms is used and what they do to do it. It's technology. That's how it works. It's the reality of the world that we live in today. So you have to be careful with it, but it's a powerful tool. That's no joke. Facebook is doing it, Google is using it, everybody else is using it. Why are we not using it? You know? We want to be able to grow our businesses. Well, you got to use technology. That's simple as that. And the internet economy is the next biggest economy. It's not just going to be U.S. economy, you know, France economy or whatever. It's not going to be which group, because it's not just going to be one person, it's going to be groups. It can be U.S. corporation or Chinese corporation or anything else. It's not necessarily just going to represent one country. It may represent several countries.
Say that loud, yeah.
It may represent several countries. The EU, the European Union is doing it. It's not just one country. But they decided to put their stamp together and push about their own economy together. Why can't we do the same? It doesn't have to be African American economy. It doesn't have to be African economy. It can be black economy, right? With black leadership, black ingenuity, black technology to push black agenda. That's it. We all want the same thing, prosperity, right? And leave something to our children, that's all. So at the end of the day, we need to understand what tool to use and how to use it. Technology is a powerful tool, but guess what? We're using it wrong as a community. Let me tell you this. Look at the big technology corporation, the Google out there, the Facebook out there. We do not have a black-owned corporation that is as big as Google, as big as Facebook, or even as big as Microsoft. That's a problem.
So how can we do that? How can we create that? There's enough brilliant minds in this room. How can we do that? How would you suggest, since you're a tech guy?
Oh, they're gonna let you.
It's not about letting us. You know, at some point, when the movement comes, they can't stop it.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
it's all about putting our strength together. He mentioned something that was very important. You know, as soon as one of us make it, what type of car do we drive?
BMW?
Thank you. A Mercedes, BMW. Who own those cars?
Germans?
Lamar said it. I mean, there's nothing else to be said. He said it. I'm at fault. I do the same thing. What brand am I wearing? What this am I wearing? That's the same thing. We need to start thinking different. I have a lot of people in the Jewish community that I know. Guess what they do? Buy Jewish, sell, do everything in the Jewish community. Why?
Yes.
They want the community to
3 times before it comes out.
Thank you.
3 times.
3 times. The money has to go around the community 3 times before it gets out.
Yep.
That's Jewish philosophy. That's how they do it. So it has to pass hand 3 times in 3 different businesses inside the community before it goes out. We don't do that. I've never heard of that. As much as I know I was hearing somebody talking about what the African American community purchased the most, and I think it was Mercedes and Nikes, right, and Jordans.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't come back to our community. It doesn't help us in any ways. You know, it may make Michael Jordan rich, yeah, but it doesn't make the community rich at all.
Who's Michael?
Anyway, so to answer your question, that's the problem right there. In order to do that, we need to buy more black-owned stuff. A company like Google, they didn't start as a data company. They didn't know anything about data. Amazon never started as a data company. They were selling books. That's all they care about. But they understood something. The data that I'm getting from selling those books is more important than anything else. Now I can do something else with it. And that's what they're doing. Next they're doing pharmacy. Next they're doing airlines. They're going to do everything after that. Health insurance, you name it. And that's the reality. We have finance people here, we have mortgage people, real estate people, we have so many different opportunities. Now how do we put it all together where if I need a banker, I'm going to a black-owned bank. If I need a financial guy, I'm going to this guy. We have our own network, pushing that money together. That's all we need to do. That data stay in. It doesn't go out. You know how much Facebook is paying for your data? On Instagram or anywhere else? Or Nike? How much Nike is paying Facebook or anybody else? Sorry.
We got 2 more questions, and I didn't want to.
Sorry, I'm going too far.
Okay,
I told you I can talk all day.
One question here. So we have one question from Christian back there. And I think this is not a subject we can finish talking about today, Mr. Ricia. We need to have something else to discuss.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My question is, as an, I would call it an Afropreneur. What were the obstacle, you know, doing your business? And if you can give us few tips about your success? Thank you.
Great question. And I'm gonna answer it two different ways because I've started a business here and I started a business back home. And the challenges are very much different, starting a business here and starting a business back home. Starting a business here, first struggle that I had is the language. Came from a French background, didn't speak English. I still don't speak. Those are the challenges and the reality that you gotta know. You can present yourself, say I'm Paul Ponzi, and the name is always Ponzi. Like a Ponzi scheme, I get that all the time. I get that all the time. I'm so irritated. Go to a meeting, Paul Ponzi, okay. Like the Ponzi scheme, right? Yeah, right. But you don't know how much it irritates the crap out of you. That's business, right? And that's the reality of business here. In Congo, man, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't even stop. I would be like, you know what, I'm walking out the door. But here, you want this business, it's a multi-million-dollar business, sometimes you gotta hold your tongue. Just the reality. And those are the challenges that years after years I had to learn. Now, I don't necessarily have to go out there and sell myself anymore. I have years of experience. I can prove to anybody that I know what I'm talking about, and that's important, you know? They can see that on your pedigree, they can see how you work for this company, that company, this company, okay, they know that you have value. But first starting, didn't care at all whatsoever. And the reality business today is still the good old boy network. That's what it is. Yep. Same thing back home as well. Yep. So those are challenges that you're gonna have to face, and you're gonna have to go forward knowing that you know what you bring to the table, you know what you're capable of. Just go out there, sell yourself. Sometimes you have to sell yourself 10 times to the same person, 10 times before they say yes. Do it. Don't worry about it. You'll see results in it.
Let's give it up for the support. Thank you so much and congratulations for being the face of the magazine for the second edition in the US. Do you have another question?
You kind of answered multiple of the questions that I had in my head, but one of the other thing I would add to what you said, because you kind of answered about the respect about time.
Yeah.
You know, doing business with each other, when we give you our time, you know, it's like, to me, the concept of respect of time and showing up in time seems to be non-existent. And the other thing is, when you're doing business with each other and supporting each other, is to treat each other just like we would treat the white man. Yeah. Especially amongst us as Africans. When you walk through the door, oh, my brother, my sister, give me a discount. We start billing on the price. We start not respecting the quality of the product that we're selling or what we're offering. And we don't do that to the white people. Yes. But we do that to each other. And then we criticize each other when we don't comply and say, oh, that's why I don't like to support you. No, but you do support the white people and you don't do the same thing. So that's the thing that I would say when working with each other, is learning to respect the value we bring to the table, who we are, what we have to offer, and not treat us less than because we look like each other. Mm-hmm.
That was really beautiful. You know, over the years, almost 10 years in America now, I've learned that CST doesn't stand for Central Standard Time. It's actually Congolese Standard Time. That's like 2 hours late every time, you know. But we need to do better. We need to do better as a community. We need to do better as people. We can shortly see. We turn off the lights. All right, I think that'll be clear enough. And we use this microphone. We couldn't get a Bluetooth speaker just to work. You know, technology. Paul, your phone.
Au nom d'ICI Ailleurs, RDC USAE et en mon nom propre, nous vous remercions pour votre participation et accompagnement à la présentation officielle de notre édition du magazine ICI Ailleurs USA pour la tenue de cet événement.
In the name of ICI Ailleurs, DRC and USA, we'd like to thank all of you for coming tonight for the launch of this first issue of the magazine ICI Ailleurs USA.
Nos sincères remerciements à Paul Pondy pour avoir accepté de faire cette couverture et d'avoir pu quitter les États-Unis afin de marquer sa présence en cette soirée en RDC.
We are most grateful to Bob Posey, who came from the US, to here to the DRC to be able to participate to this event and to be on the cover of the first issue of the magazine, which is being launched here in DRC.
Nous sommes reconnaissants envers tous les figurants de cette édition et tous les partenaires.
We are most grateful to all those who are involved in the organization of this event as well as all the partners.
Initiatrice du magazine. Elle est la fondatrice du magazine, elle a lancé en 2014 et je l'ai rejoint sur le projet depuis quelques années. Et c'est vrai que c'est un projet qui a connu beaucoup de challenges, même jusqu'à présent.
Et que nous puissions garder ce lien de collaboration.
Our desire is for us to keep you and to also keep that tie of collaboration.
Et qu'ensemble nous puissions parcourir l'Afrique à la présentation de tous les leaders africains qui font briller l'Amérique.
And together we can roam around Africa, running to find all of the African leaders who are not only influencing Africa, but also America.
That was Lida. For those of you who do not know her, she wasn't able to make it this time around because there was another event in Congo and the time span was just too short for her to make the trip here. So this is it for the event. We have one more thing. We are going to hand over this certificate up here. And then before you leave, make sure you grab a snack, you get a picture, and you get your magazine. Make sure you get your magazine before you leave. That was included in the cost of your ticket. So I'll let Adam take over from here with all the certificate, and we'll be calling the people up here. I hope all of them stay. And handing them over these certificates. The rest of them, for the people, some of the businesses that we're supporting, we are having another event in January. It's called Salon des Entrepreneurs, a meeting of entrepreneurs. It's a place where we have not only African businesses, but Black American businesses, white businesses, everybody. It's a place where you come and meet entrepreneurs. It's still organized by ICI and Ailleurs, but it will be in January. The flyers will be out. We'll tell you about the event. Don't miss out on that one. Especially if you're starting a business or you want to learn how to start a business. Sometimes business are born out of conversations and ideas. Just hearing someone speak, say something, can inspire you to start something or learn something.
Hello everybody, Dallas, Texas. This is BankyTV and it's your girl Queen Helena. We're right here at the magazine launch of ICI magazine, and guess what? I have here a beautiful guest. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. So how was the event? What did you take home from here? Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
Awesome. So how do you think the event went? How was it?
You went pretty well. I like the speakers. I think it was very informative.
Awesome. So what would you take home tonight?
That there's a huge markets that's still available for entrepreneurs worldwide, especially in Africa when it comes to data and internet.
Right. That's awesome. So what are you gonna do about it?
I'm already in the business industries. I'm already an entrepreneur.
Okay.
So we'll be just looking to explore more and more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
TV and it's your girl Queen Helena. Guess what I have here? And we're still at the magazine launch of ICI and Ailleursmagazine. I have a beautiful lady, strong woman. Hey, you guys should check her out. How are you?
I am doing wonderful.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm good. good. I mean, our viewers out there want to know who you are. Can you talk a little bit, just a tiny bit about yourself?
Yes, my name is Aricia Badidi, and I have a consulting company called ESB Entertainment and Consulting. I primarily do a lot of business consulting, but I also do a lot of entertainment consulting. I do huge events. So, I live here in DFW, but I'm a native of Texas.
So what does your business do for, I mean, like anybody, individuals, community?
Okay, so for individually, my agency help you start from the bottom. Okay. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about the baby, but a lot of the business behind the business is the paperwork with the business and the continued paperwork. But not only just that, I'm not a lawyer, but I do have some legal knowledge. So helping you filter through with those things, financial support, finding investors, and or helping you build your portfolio so you can have the financial stability to carry yourself.
So how long have you been in business?
Okay, well with this, because I combined the entertainment and consulting, so this is fresh as a combination. So that's just 2020. But individually, I've been doing this over, I want to tell my age, over 20 years.
No, that's awesome. Hey, no wonder everybody keeps saying she's big. Y'all need to look out. So how can people find you? How can they, patronize you?
Okay, I know that this was a technology event, and I'm really not big on Facebook and Instagram, even though I'm there. I have the presence, but I don't check it. I'm being honest. I don't check it on a regular basis because I am a concierge business consultant and entertainment. So I give you the 101. So the best way to contact me is through my phone number because I like to talk to you live. I like to hear your voice. I like to hear your tone. So I can better observe who you are and you can observe who I am. So that's 281-763-6763. I'm here with BankyTV.
This event was so amazing. I'm glad that we got a chance to connect not only the African American culture, but then also the Africans as well. And overall, what I took away from this was we're only better together. Putting our money together and, creating a great opportunity. It can create a great opportunity for all of us. So, yeah.
For me, this event was wonderful, and I would like to thank Linda and the whole team to put this together. And we have learned a lot, and we continue to learning. And also, my takeaway for tonight is we better together, and then we'll do best thing for the country and for all African American and even people from all over the Africa. If we combine our ideas and everything together. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I really thought the events was great. I would like to thank Linda for putting all this together. ICI, Ailleurs, entire team. I think they did an absolutely good and wonderful job. We indeed did learn a lot throughout the course of the event, as there were a lot of different speakers speaking. And the big takeaway is that Congo needs us. The African continent is pretty much open to different type of businesses, different type of idea, but we all need to come together first and foremost. So once again, ICI Ailleurs, thank you so very much for having us, and we had a great time.
Hi, my name is Van Buketi. Je suis l'entrepreneur congolais, le fondateur et le propriétaire de l'agence Van Travel Business et All Access Trip. Premièrement, je veux d'abord remercier ICI Ailleurs pour reconnaître d'abord les efforts de toutes les entrepreneurs africaines. Alors, ça a été vraiment l'honneur pour moi en particulier. I would like to thank ICI Ailleurs, and also I wish this is gonna be it's not going to be the first and the last event of ICI Ailleurs, en espérant que voir encore d'autres choses dans les jours à venir. Alors quant à moi, c'était vraiment, j'étais à l'honneur. Merci pour le certificat, merci pour tout, et voilà quoi. If you guys want to know a little bit more about our businesses, you can follow us on Instagram, or you can follow me en particulier Van Buketi officiel. Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, so it was great to talk about technology and how it is an engine for economic growth. I think we've talked and discussed a lot about the opportunity with technology and specifically the internet, and how it can be a tool that we can use to grow our businesses, grow our community, and not just the internet but the data in general. I think that it is important for us to understand the opportunity that we have and understand how we can use data on the day-to-day stuff to be able to help our businesses and be able to help our entrepreneurs and whatnot. So I want to thank ICI and Ailleurs. I want to thank Linda. I want to thank everyone because it's a blessing to be here and be able to help people understand the value of technology, understand the importance of technology, and be able to show what can be done with data and with technology in general.